Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now, I know the beginning of this video is going to look a little different than the rest of it, but it's only because I didn't end up recording the beginning half of this actual clip here, and my boy, the Dynamite, actually was able to record the first half, and he actually put it up on his Twitter account. It was a really saucy edit he put up here, so I'm going to put his edit first, and then I'm going to put the remainder of the actual gameplay right after this. But today I want to discuss with you guys sweats and the current state of how sweats are treating video games nowadays. Now, when I think back in the day when I was becoming a good player, I didn't have anything expensive. You know, I played on a regular TV, I played with a regular controller, and I became good that way. And honestly, that is the best way to play. You know, it's no need to go ahead and cough up all this money. But nowadays, people think that you have to put a price on being a skilled player, which is honestly kind of obnoxious, but in certain aspects it's true. You know, buying a scuff will give you more benefits than having a regular controller. You know, having the paddles on the back and all that stuff definitely gives you an extra advantage. But people will dump so much cash into this whole thing, expecting a better outcome. You know, they think that, oh, if I purchase a scuff, I'm going to become an amazing player. If I go ahead and purchase a monitor, I'm going to be outstanding at the game. If I go ahead and dump $3,000 into a PC, I'm going to be a god compared to someone who dumped $1,000 into a PC. And this mindset is honestly disgusting in my personal opinion, because no amount of money can give you any skill when it comes to any type of video game. It doesn't matter what game that you're trying to play, whether it's a FPS, strategic game. It doesn't matter what type of title you're trying to get into. If you're trying to get good at it, just dumping money into the system isn't going to get you any skill. Like I said, I started off nice and basic with a plain regular controller and a regular TV. That's all I had, and that's all I needed. People have to understand that money isn't going to buy you any skill. The only way you're going to get any skill is by becoming better at the game and playing it more often. You know, someone could have a scuff and someone doesn't have a scuff. The person without the scuff can still dominate. They can still completely stomp out the lobby, including the guy with the scuff controller. Not because, you know, it's any specific reason, but because he played the game. Because he has experience in the title. He put months and months and months of his time into trying to perfect his playstyle, perfect his accuracy, get better with map knowledge, get better with positioning, and over time, that player became good. So no matter what they use, whether they're on keyboard and mouse, or if they're on a, you know, scuff gaming controller, or even just a regular playing controller, they'll still be able to stomp out a lobby. But nowadays, I literally just see all these posts and all these people with these insanely fancy setups. You know, setups that are just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, they have like 3 monitors, a sexy-ass keyboard, a $100 mouse, and like a $3,000 PC, and they're not even that good at the video game. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, why did they dump that much money into this game if they're not even going to be doing anything with it, if they're not going to perform any better? It makes no logical sense to me. You see, gaming doesn't require that much money, but people make it seem like it does. Like I just said, you'll see someone with like a $5,000 setup altogether, and everybody else in the world will start thinking, oh, you know what? He's a good player. And, you know, maybe I need that gaming chair. You know, maybe I need that fancy mouse or that fancy keyboard, and maybe I'll become better. But that's just not how it goes. All these YouTubers and Twitch streamers, you have to understand, the majority of them, this is their job. So yes, they are going to spoil themselves. They are going to go out and purchase fancy things, fancy lights and fancy PCs, or fancy things for their consoles, fancy controllers and keyboards and mouses. They're going to have all that stuff. And yes, people are going to look at that and be like, oh my god, he has an amazing setup. He must be a god. But you have to understand, that's not why they're good. That's not why they purchased all that stuff. The reason they purchased all that stuff is because they have the money to do so. And 2, this is their job. They play this all the time. And they're already good at the game. From all the experience they had, they didn't start off with 50 monitors. They didn't start off with a 5K PC. They didn't start off with that stuff. The majority of them probably started off just like me. Just a regular TV, a basic-ass PlayStation or Xbox controller, and they got good at the video games that they played. Then over time, they got so good that they continued with a career in YouTube or Twitch. They got better and better. People started noticing them. They got it to be their job. Now they have expensive setups. I just wish people would stop idolizing these fancy items like it's going to make them any better. I hear it all the time now. It's just obnoxious. It really is. Players will think, legitimately, players will think that if they go and purchase a brand new mouse that's $80, they're going to be absolutely outstanding to a mouse that's $10. Trust me, it makes no difference. I know a player, in real life actually I know him. I've been playing Valorant with him. He doesn't own a PC, he has a laptop, and he went and got like a little $5, $10 mouse. And he's beasting. He's better than me at Valorant. 10 times better than me at Valorant. And he doesn't have an expensive setup. He has game sense. He's smart when he plays. He knows how to navigate. And over time, he became better with aiming. And now he does have a good mouse. He went and got himself a new mouse. He's still on the same PC, but he's planning on getting a different PC as well. But over time, he's going to build up. He's going to get the things he needs to get better and better equipment, better frames and stuff like that. But he knew that he doesn't need to dump thousands of dollars into his system just to be a good player. But that's the mindset nowadays. Kids are out here begging their parents to drop all this money on a PC because they think they're going to be instantly gods, just to find out that they're going to be disappointed and they're going to be getting slapped left and right. It just simply does not work this way. And the majority of these kids who do these things and beg their parents to get them expensive products and stuff like that are usually the ones who put like YouTube or Twitch TV in their clan tag, which I'm not against. I for myself put YouTube in my clan tag, but if you're going to do that, you have to back it up. You have to have something there. You have to actually grind for something. Even if you only have 10 subscribers, you need to post something in order to have something in your clan tag. If you're just going to post like one time in 5 years and you're going to have the nerve to put YouTube in your clan tag, you're just making it a bad name for the rest of us. The people who are actually grinding and trying to get our names out there. But if you're going to sit here and have Twitch TV in your name or YouTube in your name, and you're going to drop $5,000 on your setup and you're not going to post anything, that's just simply insulting to the rest of us. You know, there's tons of people that I know personally, or tons of people in my YouTube group who have dropped tons of money on PC setups and on recording setups, not simply because they think it's going to make them a better player, not simply because they think they're going to get like a 10 KD because they have a $3,000 PC, but because they want to make content. They want to stream, they want to make videos, they want to edit faster. There's reasons for spending more money on your setup. Me, for example, I used my PC as an incentive to push harder and grind harder on YouTube. I knew that I was quote-unquote investing into my business after buying an expensive PC, even though it wasn't that expensive back then. I would say it's like a mediocre PC. It's not absolutely insane, but it's not bad. It's right smack dab in the middle of when I first bought it. But the reason that I bought it is so I could, grind, record, stream, and stuff like that, and have a better setup than I did before. But I knew after spending this money that I'm going to use that as a reason to keep grinding. And it works. It works perfectly fine. Knowing that I spent this much money on this PC, I'm grinding my butt off. I'm making sure I upload constantly. I'm making sure that I'm going to keep continuing on the YouTube grind, and hopefully I can make something out of it. I'm working on my investment, and then hopefully one day it'll be paid back. But I'll tell you one thing. Nothing annoys me more than seeing some random person purchase a $5,000 PC, slapping YouTube in their name, posting 2 videos, and being content with that. Nothing annoys me more knowing that someone has a 10 times better PC than I do. And it's not jealousy or anything like that. It's just, I sit there and I think to myself, the things that I could do with a PC with that type of power, the types of streams I could put out, the type of quality content I could get out to you guys. I post on a daily basis. And this person purchased it for what reason? For absolutely what reason? To post one video? You know what I'm saying? I guess the moral of the story here is stop wasting money on setups if you have no reason to do so. If you are a casual player and you are just trying to become better, it comes with time. Like I said, I didn't start out with the PC. I didn't start out with 50 monitors in front of me. I didn't start out with a fancy mouse and keyboard and stuff like that. And you have to trust me, I'm a guy who always tries to perfect my craft. I'm constantly changing my sensitivity. I've changed to a soft mouse pad to a hard mouse pad about 3 different times, even probably more than that. I purchased so many different mouse pads. I purchased so many different types of mice, different keyboards, different monitors, different everything. I literally nitpick everything to see if it perfects my skill. But over the years of playing, I have finally come to the conclusion that no amount of money will perfect your gameplay. No amount of anything will perfect your gameplay besides practice. And honestly, it probably doesn't help with all these content creators out here screaming, oh yeah, there's certain discount off of scuffs, certain discounts off of this mouse, certain discounts off of this monitor, and then they hype it up saying, oh yeah, if you use my code for this, you can get that. Oh, it changes your gameplay. It'll make you as good as me. It'll change your performance. No, the certain ads like that don't help to the whole situation. They're starting to brainwash kids into thinking, oh, if you spend this much money, you can be a god just like me. Please don't think that. Please, just understand, with time, you'll become a better player. And when you become a better player, then go off and branch off. Buy a nice PC, buy expensive stuff, a bunch of monitors and stuff like that. Maybe you'll even want to start a YouTube channel. But if you're just starting off, it's not necessary. It's not needed. The skill will come simply with time. But guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like. And by all means, if you hated it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you want to chat with me, it's 2 ways to do so. I have a Discord and a Twitter. Both those links are down in the description. And also, if you want to catch me live stream, I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is down in the description as well. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.